Back now at 8:09, and this morning on today's Friday Whip, looking and feeling 10 years younger. You never think it's going to happen to you, but then the lines start to show and the joints start cracking.
So can you really get your youth back? Well, we've gathered 5 experts who say definitely. We're not talking about nips, tucks, or needles. And we begin with psychiatrist Janet Taylor, who says managing stress is a key to managing aging. Janet, good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt.
We're talking chronic stress. What impact does it have on us?
Well, millions of Americans, more than ever, are reporting that they're chronically stressed. And chronic stress is that day-to-day relentless surge of hormones. And what it does is it promotes premature aging at the cellular level. People compensate with bad behaviors like overeating, overdrinking, smoking, which leads to chronic disease, and also triggers an inflammatory response.
We can't get rid of stress in our lives, so we have to learn to manage it. One of the keys, you say, is exercise.
Exercise, it's non-negotiable. It helps promote more mental functioning. It increases, decreases the inflammatory response and makes people overall feel better.
This next one is real important. I want you to take some time here, as much as we have. Learning to say no and learning to share your feelings.
Yes. No is a complete sentence. Say it. You don't have to explain it. We have to create boundaries, and we have to get out what we're feeling, because women especially are self-silencers, and that contributes to 4 times the rate of cardiovascular disease. So communicate effectively to help manage your stress.
If you don't, you can feel it building up and building up, and that can't be good for you. Also have a good positive attitude, mental attitude.
Absolutely. Successful aging is exercise, social connections, and a positive mental attitude, which means you have to learn to reframe and find another way to look at things. And it's okay to think that the glass is half full.
And the last one is something Father Connor talked about in terms of finding the right person to marry. Laugh a little. You've got to find laughter in your life.
Absolutely. Humor helps. It lowers stress hormones. It's so much better. Your outlook is better.
Dr. Janet Taylor. Doctor, thanks very much. And now let's go to Meredith.
All right, Matt, thank you. The skin, one of the first things to show serious signs of aging, but there are ways to repair the damage without going under the knife. Dr. Amy Wexler is a dermatologist here in New York City. Amy, good morning to you.
Good morning,
So what exactly happens to our skin as we age?
A lot of things happen.
A lot of depressing things.
Not so good. The skin gets thinner, it loses its collagen, also loses its elasticity, doesn't bounce back as well. We develop wrinkles, brown spots, red marks, and an uneven skin tone.
Well, there are some at-home remedies. Let's start with those. First of all, you've got red blotchy skin. What can you do?
You can use an anti-redness cream. There's one over here by La Roche-Posay where it has a little green pigment in it which masks red.
So you're not getting the red out, you're just putting the green pigment over it,
Exactly.
essentially.
And you look immediately better.
Okay, let's say that you want just sort of an overall brighter, kind of dewy look. Skin's just a little sallow.
Right, you can use a radiance cream, like this one over here, which has these little brightening molecules in them, which draws the light away from the lines and wrinkles, so they don't look as deep.
There are a lot of also at-home remedies, peels, chemical peels. How safe are they, and what do you recommend?
Well, if you have sensitive skin, you have to be careful, like me. Some people can use an at-home peel once a day. I say do it once every 2 weeks at maximum.
And if you need more serious help or longer-term results, seek the help of a dermatologist. What's on the horizon, or what's out there that's particularly good for acne?
There's a machine called the Isolase, which I've been using a lot and having great results with. It's a pneumatic vacuum sucking device which sucks everything out of the pores, then emits a blue light, which is very anti-inflammatory for acne. It's very helpful.
So
it doesn't hurt.
Bad cases, it seems to do the trick.
Absolutely.
All right, Dr. Wexler, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Matt, what's next?
I'll tell you right now, just because you're getting older doesn't mean your style has to age as well. There are some simple steps to take to look effortlessly chic at any age. Avril Graham is the fashion and beauty director at Harper's Bazaar magazine. Hey, Avril, nice to see you. You say take a good, close look at your comfort zone. What do you mean by that?
You have to really accentuate the positive. We all age, our bodies change, and I hate to say this, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is foundation garments. You know, you buy your right size. For clothing, Jackie Onassis, for example, always bought her clothes one size too big. But when you talk about your foundation garments, someone like Helen Mirren, for example, always accentuates the positive. She buys a great bra, she looks wonderful, décolletage, shoulders, fabulous.
All right, well, a lot of trends out there, and a lot of times people, women, men, as they get older, they try to embrace every trend. You say that can make them look like a fashion victim.
Yeah, never buy things that are over tight. Don't be a victim. I'm always on the show saying buy leopard print stripes or red or whatever. Pick it and use them in a measured way. Cindy McCain, Michelle Obama do this brilliantly well.
All right, what about
accessories?
Why can they help make you look and feel younger?
Well, the thing is, you can take a very basic white shirt, sheath dress, little twin set, and you can accentuate the positive here again with a statement shoe, a bold belt, incredible jewelry. And please don't let everyone out there say this has to cost a fortune. Walmart, Target, Kmart, they all have those major trends.
Maybe the most important thing we're going to hit here for women who are getting into middle age is the length of the hemline. Because we've all seen women go too short, and you stop on the street and you say they're trying too hard.
Let's not forget that knees age as well. Even the women with the most perfect pins, Madonna, Demi Moore, they all wear skirts at a certain length, to the knee, just below the knee. It's terribly chic and it always works.
And the 3 things to look out for: jeans, glasses, and sunglasses.
The mom jean, a definite no-no. Update that little old-fashioned mom glasses, buy something chic and gorgeous a little bit bigger. And again, you know, if you're wearing eyeglasses, even that, it's the first thing you noticed. Get a good haircut too. It'll take 20 years off you straight away.
Avril Graham. Avril, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Once again, here's Meredith.
Matt, thank you. And picking the right foods can help you look younger and age more gracefully. And here with details is nutritionist Ellie Krieger. Ellie, good morning to you.
Good morning,
Lots
Meredith.
of food here, beginning with the ones with the omega-3,
Yes,
like the fish and the
exactly.
walnuts.
They're-
Why is this good for you?
Okay, omega-3s kind of keep you well oiled. Basically, they can prevent symptoms of arthritis. Also keeps your skin moist. And we think of salmon usually when we think of
Exactly.
omega-3, but there's some surprises. Also, you can get it from trout and from walnuts. So it's not just all about salmon, although salmon's a fantastic.
But if you don't like salmon, you have alternatives.
Yeah, there's different ways to get it.
Next up, lycopene. What does that do? It's age denying, I know that.
It
But
is because it protects our skin from sun damage. And this is a really fantastic thing. So you can get it in tomatoes and canned tomato products.
which
but
is where most people think of it, yeah.
Right, and that's really the best source, but it's also in watermelon, and I feel always really young when I'm eating watermelon.
And spitting out the seeds.
Exactly. It's also in ruby red grapefruit and blush kind of grapefruit.
Okay, that's lycopene.
Yes.
On to vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Obviously the oranges.
Yes, oranges is sort of like the go-to, but a kiwi has twice the vitamin C of an orange, and a red pepper has 3 times the vitamin C of an orange. And this helps our skin and our body, our whole body, repair itself.
Now, a lot of people swear by tea. They say if I have a cup of tea a day, that helps with the aging process to sort of retard it a bit.
Right, and that's the flavonoids in the tea. And most people think of green tea. It actually helps protect our brain cells too. But all tea comes, black tea and white tea and green come from the same plant. So you don't even have to drink green tea necessarily, although it's fantastic. Also, you can drink familiar black tea if you want.
And finally, dried, wrinkly fruit can keep you from
Right.
getting wrinkled?
Don't you just love
I
that?
love it.
The irony of that's fantastic. But basically, it was one of the foods, dried fruit, especially prunes, is one of the foods most clearly linked with less skin wrinkling.
And you know why?
They're not sure. It has to do, they think, with the flavonoids in the dried fruit as well.
I'll have a bowl of those then. Thank
Yeah,
you, Ellie, very
exactly.
much. And now back to Matt to bring us home.
Thank you. And finally, Meredith, some high-tech ways to look younger and boost your energy. Today, tech editor Paul Hockman is also a contributor at Fast Company magazine. Hey, Paul, nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.
This printer can make me look and feel younger. How?
10 years, press a button. It's called the ESP5 from Kodak. It has automatic retouch software that comes with the printer.
So it takes the wrinkles out, it takes blemishes out?
It takes the wrinkles out. It actually picks out faces that you pick. In fact, if you do a reunion picture, you can pick the faces you want to look younger, including your own.
Show me a before and after.
This is before. You can see the wrinkles around the eyes.
Okay.
And this is after. A lot smoother, whiter teeth as well. And actually, there's a special red button on the back. It's a secret button. This is before.
Yeah.
And this is after. It's quite amazing.
How much is this? That's worth the money.
$169.
All right. So why are these sneakers going to help me?
This is Olympic technology from Nike. It's called Flywire. Imagine.
Wow, I just touched this like it's air.
This is 5 ounces per shoe. It's got essentially suspension bridge technology. They call it Flywire. You see these wires on the side. They are the structure of the shoe. No more do you need extra heavy material to keep the shoe together.
Are they expensive?
About $100 for these shoes.
Okay, the next is this bike, and this one I question because
Right.
if we're supposed to get exercise to look and feel better, this kind of does some of the work for you.
It does, but you know, anything that's easier, people will try first. If it's harder, people won't. This is from Giant. It's called the Twist Freedom, and the great thing about it has 2 lithium-ion batteries in it that will take you up to 20 miles an hour for up to 70 miles.
It's like a moped.
Except, in fact, at 20 miles an hour, more than 20, you need a license, so they kept it to 20.
Because it's got to be heavy with
It
oh
is,
my
but it
gosh,
but it gets
okay.
you rolling. The power assist gets
So
you rolling.
at least you get into biking and then you can go to a real bike.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
How
got
much
it.
was this again?
This is a couple grand, so it's a brand new prototype. You just came out actually.
And this skateboard is going to make me feel younger?
Well, you know, you walk around and you feel kind of hip and happy
Yeah.
with it. It's from Arbor. It's actually got Hawaiian koa wood, but the big difference is the huge long wheelbase. It's called a longboard. So you get on it, it's much more stable than a regular skateboard.
Can you spell orthopedic surgeon?
Not right
Yeah,
now.
just try it once.
Put it down here.
Yeah, here you go.
How much time do we have left? 15 seconds?
Oh, good.
So what is this made of again? this is what kind of wood?
Hawaiian koa wood. It's a renewable wood.
Koa wood.
There
Yeah,
you
step in the
go.
middle
And
off
this
you go.
basically goes forward, right?
It does.
And does this have lithium batteries also? How much time do we have now?
batteries.
Well, commercial break. Paul Hockman, all our guests, thank you so much. Coming up next, getting your pets. Whoa! Getting your pets over their fears. But first, these messages. Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
That's cool.